Either you're looking for your abroad education at the level of master's or bachelor's or PG diploma, PhD or even postdoc, you need to write a motivation letter or a statement of purpose. Let's see what are the things you need to furnish in your statement of purpose in this video. Hello all, I'm Shiva here. In this video series we are preparing documents how to go abroad. In continuance of this video series we are going to see how to prepare the statement of purpose in this video. Thanks for watching all my videos and subscribing me. Press the notification icon to get your all upcoming videos immediately. Please share to your friends also. Statement of purpose is a letter which will explain about you, why you would like to go to pursue particular studies in abroad. Some people call it as motivation letter. It doesn't matter. This is a simple essay writing. The page length can be around 1.5 to 2 pages, or the maximum 2.5 pages would be much more better. For USA, Australia, New Zealand, you can write in detail. It is enough if you write 1 to 1.5 page length for UK and European countries. The purpose of this letter is to get the admission. Also, the main advantage of this letter is to get the scholarship along with your reference letter, and this letter with CV. They will consider your application for the scholarship. CV will explain you what are the degree or the marks or the skill set which acquired from your degree at your academic institution. Whereas a statement of purpose will explain you why you did it and what is the purpose and how well motivated you got from those kind of course or the degree or the skill set. Try not to repeat the same information again and again which is mentioned already in the CV. There is no point in repeating the same information. They will have your curriculum vitae or resume along with your statement of purpose. In considering your application, this is the first document they will take it up and they will see how well motivated you are. Let's see how to prepare this document stepwise. Start off with your anecdote. It can be a quote, but try not to quote in general. Like people mostly try to use with quote belonging to Abdul Kalam or Buddha. I don't recommend this. Try to go to your particular field of interest. Who are all expertise in this field, they might have given some kind of quote. Try take it up and then put it in the first line. Then it looks much better. In the first paragraph, try to give your own introduction. Write about yourself, what you do and what is your purpose of your whole course of your study. Try not to take the information from the internet, from other SOP, and repeat the information. If it is a short form also, there is no problem. Try to write in your own manner. The next paragraph would be related to your course which you are pursuing at the current institution or in the final year or the place where you are working. How well the marks you have acquired, how well you developed your interest in this particular course, what motivates from there to go for the abroad studies. This is the most important part, whereas they will take it up the initial interest, how you develop. This is going to be explained in this part. Try to take good points from your CV and write it and prolong the story. In the next paragraph, try to write about the course which you are going to apply. Go to the respective university website. They may have given a course description. Try to take the key points and start writing this paragraph. This paragraph should match with your previous paragraph where you have developed interest in your previous education institution or the workplace. So in this paragraph you are going to write completely more about the course which you are going to pursue abroad. Next paragraph would be you need to write about the country where you are going to apply. Say for an example, if you are going for USA or UK, try to write good points about what is the infrastructure or the education system or the skill set you are going to acquire from the country. All those good information you can furnish in this paragraph. So first is about yourself. Next is the course you are going to apply, and followed by that you need to write about the country where you are going to apply. And the next would be the university. Why you would like to end up in that university. They might have given the key points in their own particular university websites. Go to the respective websites and read and take the all good important points and start writing this. This should be in a coherent with the previous paragraph. Try not to write it separately. In the next paragraph you can write about how well the future course is going to adapt with your skills which you are acquired in your previous degree or in your life. So the course compatibility or the skill compatibility is completely important. This will gain you to get a good scholarship, or this will stand in a good place to receive the scholarship. In the next paragraph, you can write about your short-term goal. I mean to say 2 to 3 years or 2 to 5 years is enough. Most probably you will be end up in your research career, or you can go to any kind of work, or you can start your own business. This can be written in your short-term goal, whereas on the next part you can write up your long-term goal. Around 8 to 10 years, if you write what is your plan you're going to do in your future, then that would be in a good shape. At last, you can end up with your conclusion, writing that you would like to go for progress, and this would be a completely generic manner, and complete with your summary. I would recommend you to avoid keep on repeating the same information in each and every SOP. Don't try to prepare one SOP and apply to all the universities. I strongly don't recommend this, because each and every course is unique. That is what they think, and then you can get good points from each and every course. You can write that. Most probably course you are applying to the across the globe would be same, whereas the university would be different. So you can write about the good information about the university and then change it a little bit, and you can apply. The coherence is completely important. The admission committee will try to see that whether it's been copy pasted or not. So try to write in a coherent manner. I don't wish to give you the examples because you try to follow the same information again whatever I am giving. So you can prepare according to your own interest. If you need any kind of special support, please ask me. I will send you through email. The content writers will try to do the same thing which I am explaining you. They try to take good points from your CV and from your reference letter, from your documents which you are submitting, and then they try to write in the same manner. So you are the best person to write your own CV, so prepare yourself accordingly. You cannot prepare in a single night. Keep practicing. It will take minimum of 2 to 3 weeks to get a good statement of purpose. Prepare first and then show it to your seniors or lecturers or some other good person who are well wishers. They can correct it for you. Don't try too much of adverbs in your essay. This will end up in a show off. Try to use simple sentences, because admission committee are also people who are all reading a lot of essays like you. So they know that what are the information they will furnish repeatedly. So try to use simple words, and then you can use it even good action work. Focus on your grammar, that is important. Try not to make any mistake. You can also use MS Word. It will check the grammar and give you the complete sentence pattern mistakes. And try not to do copy from any other essay, because plagiarism is unforgettable mistake. So all the best for your career. Keep practicing. If you need any help, let me know. Thanks for watching this video this much completely, and show it to your friends and subscribe me. See you in the next video.